Last section. You can solve quadratic equations like the one you wrote in item 4 by isolating the variable. So here, the first thing they had to do was take the square root of both sides. So they took the square root of x plus 2 squared and got x plus 2 equals plus or minus the square root of 66. Then they subtracted 2 from both sides. So they had negative 2 plus the square root of 66 and negative 2 minus the square root of 66. Then they used the calculator to approximate these answers. Now, it says, are both solutions to this equation valid for the context of item 4? And explain your response. Now, we're still dealing with an outside edge of a box. So the two answers they came up with was negative 10.12 and 6.12. Both of these numbers are not acceptable. No, only the positive answer, the 6.12, is a reasonable answer. Due to the context of the problem referring to sides of a box. Doesn't make sense for us to have a negative length for a side of a box. Try these B. We're going to work through. Question A. X minus 5 to the second power equals 121. So here, because the 5 is in the parentheses, we're going to take the square root first. So I've got x minus 5 equals plus or minus 11, because 121, the square root of it is 11. So we're going to add 5 to both sides. So this is going to say x equals 5 plus 11, or x equals 5 minus 11. Well, this is going to be 16, and this is going to be negative 6. So x equals 16, or x equals negative 6. Since it doesn't give us a restriction on this being a box of any sort, I can't restrict one answer off the other. They both work for me. Okay? Let's take a look at B. Two x minus 1 squared equals 6. So we're going to take the square root of both sides. So I got 2x minus 1 equals plus or minus the square root of 6. Well, we're going to add 1 to both sides. So we got 2x. I'm going to go ahead and split this up and say positive 6 and go ahead and do the negative, or negative square root of 6. Okay, so we're going to add 1. So this is going to be 2x equals the square root of 6 plus 1. We divide by 2. So x equals the square root of 6 plus 1, all divided by 2. I'm going to do this over on my calculator. Oops. Square root of 6 plus 1. We're going to take that answer and divide by 2. X is approximately 1.72. Here we're going to add 1 again. So that's 2x equals the negative square root of 6 plus 1. Divide all of this by 2. So x equals the negative square root of 6 plus 1, all divided by 2. So we got negative square root of 6 plus 1 divided by 2. I got approximately negative 0.72. So x is approximately 1.72, or x is approximately negative 0.72. Let's take a look at C. X squared minus 12x plus 36 equals 2. Okay, we can rewrite this as x minus 6 squared equals 2. So we would have x minus 6, because we would do our square roots here, equals a plus or minus the square root of 2. X minus 6 equals a positive square root of 2. Or x minus 6 equals a negative square root of 2. Add 6. X equals 6 plus square root of 2. So x is approximately, we're going to do 6 plus the square root, square root of 2. So x is approximately 7.41. Here we add 6. So this is going to say x equals 6 minus the square root of 2. So 6 minus the square root of 2. That's x is approximately 4.59. So x equals approximately 7.41. X is approximately 4.59. Go ahead and take a moment to write down these answers. There is a debriefing question to follow. After you finish this, please mark this presentation as done before you move on to the next. Good luck.